Welcome to Day 7 of Wooper vs. the World. Our fierce war with Skyla is over, and from here we hop on a plane to fly across the region. Not really sure why, because I just kind of skip all the dialogue, but we arrive in Lentimus Town. It's kind of a dump, so we don't stay very long. We go to Reversal Mountain where we're a guide for Bianca, but we end up getting lost ourselves and just go down a maze of dead ends. We find the exit, and Bianca just heads back to the entrance. I'm not really sure why. Why did you even come here? On the other end of the mountain lies Undella Town. I quickly get disappointed though that I can't even fight Cynthia because it's not spring. I know she's just scared of my Wooper though. We end up fighting Hugh in her place, and as always, he's a pushover. His own pheasant gets taken out by an ice punch, Embor falls to an earthquake, and his Symbipore heals me before it falls to a return. We head north to Route 13 where we run into a Cobalion just minding its own business, so naturally, we knock it out for its sweet XP. Lacunosa Town is our next stop, but there's not really much to see here besides Professor Juniper and Bianca. Not sure how Bianca even beat us here though, because she decided to walk all the way back to the Reversal Mountain. Either way, they just dump some dialogue on us that I don't really care to read. We head west to maybe find a town with a gym, since the last three have just been duds. Before making it out of town though, Zinzalin stops us, and I can't even take him seriously because his name sounds like a heart medication, and I'm just waiting for him to tell me all the side effects in a sped up voice. We team up with Hugh where we learn he doesn't even know his type matchups, and just refuses to use the fire type against the ice type. Zinzalin gets recalled by the FDA and we move on. We find yet another city without a gym, but this one's gonna get a pass because it has one of the best songs in the entire game, which, if I was smart, I've been hopefully playing throughout this entire video. West of the Bridge Village, we find yet another legendary just minding its own business, enjoying the scenery, before we quickly put it 6 feet under. We finally make it to Opalucid City, home of the Dragon Gym. Thankfully we learned Ice Punch for Skyla's gym, so this is going to be a breeze. However, we do run into one final hurdle. This gym is yet another mandatory rotation or triple battle. We choose the rotation battle to keep the spirit of the challenge as best as possible, and the two Magikarp from before make their return for their final swan song. Lastly is Drayden, who leads with his Druddigon. He gets knocked out from the 1-2 Ice Punch, and Flygon is up next. Flygon is going to be a lot less lucky, only taking one Ice Punch due to his 4x weakness. And finally, Haxorus is out. It starts with a D-Dance and takes out the first Ice Punch. Turn 2 comes around and Drayden makes a big error. He uses Revenge, allowing me to go first, ending the fight. We've obtained our 7th badge using only a Wooper.